Babe Ruth, the legend who changed baseball forever. Welcome back to Mystic America. If you love exploring the fascinating history behind America's most iconic figures and stories, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and of course, subscribe to Mystic America for more incredible tales from the past. Today, we're stepping into the golden age of baseball to revisit the life of one of the greatest athletes of all time, George Herman Ruth, better known as Babe Ruth. His rise from a troubled childhood to becoming the face of America's national pastime is the stuff of legend. Born on February 6, 1895 in Baltimore, Maryland, Ruth came from very humble beginnings. His father ran a saloon in a rough neighborhood, and with little supervision at home, young George often found himself in trouble, skipping school, stealing, and getting into fights. At just 7 years old, he was sent to St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys, a Catholic institution for wayward youth. What could have been a grim future turned into a blessing because it was there that Ruth discovered baseball. At St. Mary's, Ruth's powerful swing and natural talent quickly stood out. By his late teens, his skills caught the attention of Jack Dunn, owner of the minor league Baltimore Orioles. Signing his first professional contract in 1914, Ruth became known as one of Dunn's Babes. And from that nickname, Babe Ruth was born. That same year, his pitching impressed so much that he was sold to the Boston Red Sox. Between 1915 and 1919, Ruth emerged as one of the best left-handed pitchers in the game. He even helped Boston win 3 World Series championships. But it wasn't his pitching that would make him a legend. It was his bat. In 1919, Ruth hit 29 home runs in a single season, shattering the old record. In an era when home runs were rare, his power completely changed the way the game was played. Soon after, Red Sox owner Harry Frazee sold Ruth to the New York Yankees in one of the most famous deals in sports history. That moment not only transformed Ruth's career, but also the Yankees franchise forever. With the Yankees, Babe Ruth became a cultural phenomenon. In 1920, he blasted 54 home runs, more than most entire teams managed that season. Fans packed stadiums to watch him swing for the fences. Writers called him the Sultan of Swat and the Bambino, and in 1923, Yankee Stadium itself was nicknamed the house that Ruth built. Through the 1920s, Ruth dominated the sport. In 1927, he set his most famous record, 60 home runs in a single season, a mark that stood for more than 3 decades. Alongside Lou Gehrig, he anchored the legendary Yankees lineup known as Murderers Row, considered one of the greatest teams in baseball history. But Babe Ruth wasn't just an athlete. He was a larger-than-life personality. Known for his charisma, big appetite, and love of the spotlight, Ruth became one of the first true sports celebrities in America. He signed endorsement deals, appeared in movies, and became a household name across the country. By the mid-1930s, however, age began to catch up with him. His playing skills declined, and in 1935 he played his final season with the Boston Braves. Still, his career total of 714 home runs was unmatched until Hank Aaron broke the record in 1974. In 1936, Babe Ruth was among the very first players inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, cementing his place in history. Even after retiring, his presence in American culture never faded. Sadly, in 1948, Ruth lost his battle with throat cancer, passing away at the age of 53. Tens of thousands of fans gathered at Yankee Stadium to pay their respects to the man who had defined baseball for an entire generation. Babe Ruth's legacy is more than just numbers and records. He didn't just play baseball, he changed it. Before Ruth, the game was about strategy and small ball. After Ruth, it became about power, excitement, and the long ball. He turned baseball into America's pastime, inspiring countless fans and future players along the way. He was a troubled boy who found salvation in the game, a man who rose from nothing to become a national hero, and an athlete whose name will forever be etched into the heart of America. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the life of Babe Ruth, the Sultan of Swat. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mystic America, your place for the stories that shaped our history and culture.